Hello guys and welcome back to the 20th part tutorial of how to model the island. This time I want to create another tree. Now the reason is just so you will have variety again. I'm just picking random objects and stuff like that that I want to add, and if it fits you then good. If not, you can skip to another part. So this random tree, I'm not like fully confident that it's like the best way to create it, but anyway, let's try and do something. Okay, so I'm gonna take a cube, and the reason I'm taking a cube again is just because I prefer working with cubes rather than cylinders or other stuff when it comes to these sort of objects. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take this face, top face. And by the way, I'm in a new scene. I just wanna, work this out in a new scene. I don't, I don't wanna get into that uh, overloaded scene right now. Uh, and what I will do, I will add some multiple edge loops. Let's say about 8 for now, will suit us. And there are two ways that we can approach this. So I will explain myself. I want to create roots for this. So what I will do is I'm gonna grab 4 of those, like so, and I will click extrude. So when you click extrude, you have the option of keep faces together. If you don't have this menu, you will find keep faces together here, and you can untick them. And whenever you do that, then 4 of those will be divided. See, it's like each one is well stretched out from its own face. If you do that way, this is what will happen. So we want this that way because we want roots in this tree on, well, beneath this tree. So you're gonna do this that way just for here. Okay, I don't want to do that any more than that for right now. And we're gonna take this tree, right click, choose vertices, and I'm gonna make this a little bit fat here at the base, like so. And you want to grow this a little bit that way and that way, but I'm trying to maintain some sort of I don't know, shape here to it, like make it getting, well, I want the base to be thicker, but I'm I'm afraid that I will get into this position where those cubes for the roots won't fit this. So I'm trying to just pick, you know, scale for it that will fit this, and from there we will see. Okay, so all those created, and here what I will do, I will grab all of them like so, not all of them but some of them, and start to move this a little bit to the right. You can control and select some of them every time to, to leave them behind, that way and that way. Now here you will have the option to basically do the same as we did there. You will go over face, grab those 4 faces, okay, and you can um, well, extrude them and then remove the keep faces together feature. Though you can also grab this one and start and move it, extrude it and move it a little bit and rotate this, and simply continue this as a one branch. Now every time you extrude, I advise you to narrow it a little bit. Just extrude it out, narrow it, and then change the flow of this branch. Okay, like so. Extruding, switching to scale tool, narrow it down a little bit, and if you like, a little bit rotation, or just move it a little bit differently. And I'm gonna continue doing this. Sorry. So it's going to be that boring, I know, but what can I say? We need to teach you, so excuse me that this is how it goes. Okay, here I'm gonna extrude just one more time, at least for that branch, and move it that way. Of course you can continue it or whatever. So from here I can like grab this face and maybe shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm gonna insert one edge loop here in between, and then I will take this one and extrude it now in that way. Again, same procedure, extruding, narrow it down, rotate it a little bit if you want, extrude it, and so on. So it's same thing every time, just in a different ways, direction, ways, whatever. Okay, like so. And you can take another piece here, and of course you don't have to make it like that short. The branches could be very wild and spread to long distance, and you know, so like that. Either choose a reference picture of a tree just to see how the flow goes. I don't know. I'm just making this thing up, so you can take vertices here sometimes, move them, break the shape a little bit, like so, and like so. Now I'm picking every time 4 vertices because these are all sort of cubes. So, or you can grab some of them and just every time do the same as I did at the beginning with this tree. Okay. You can move them all a little bit to this direction, like so, and do the same here. Rotate this. That's good. Okay, now I'm gonna do this here as well, and rotate this a little bit, extrude this. Now, my best advice in order for you to do this quickly and with as much as less work is to focus on one branch and really put your best work on it. Just create as much as more branches out of it, and try to bring it to a point where you have really little branches in a very crowded way. So these will be used as like for spreading the leaves, which will eventually will make this look a lot more convincing as for a tree. Now, at the same time, in order to make this workflow a little bit more fast, whenever you will focus only on one of them, what will happen is that you can just duplicate faces and attach them into different branches. So this could help you really speed up things. So if I would take this and just simply start focusing only on that one, By the way, you can press G for extrusion, though I don't know. I got used to click on that icon there. Also because this is my 2016, it's got you into this weird thing where I need to get familiar with the icons. They are not that different, though still things have been changed, so I feel like I must know them better. Well, at least those that I usually working with. So this one is a little branch, and because of that I'm gonna try and now extrude more out of it and not continue on creating another branch like from there. But also trying to make sure that I'm, well, done something weird here. Yeah, it's good to sometimes moving your camera away just around your object to see things clearly and avoiding weird flow to your branches. Weird as like clipping, not as like anyhow. So you see, now I have this little branch and I can add another. Well, I will try and add a little cube to work from, because this section here looks a little bit weird, so I'm gonna probably scale it down like so, and then I will continue from this one and extrude this one out. Now the same goes for the roots, and I know that this particular process with the tree will take me very, very long time, because this is just a repeated thing. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of this tree, just to populate it with with more branches. So you're probably going to be mad at me, I don't know, for doing that, but it's just pointless to continue this tutorial part with repeating the same things. So I will focus after I will finish with this branch, I will focus on just to show you how to attach them. Of course, you already know how to do this, but at least that, and covering a little bit the roots there, which could be helpful for detailing. Okay, this one looks nice. I like this, but I don't like these vertices there. I think this should be more of like, sorry. Okay. There goes the alarm. Okay. Don't worry, I don't have nothing to do. The alarm is just set from day earlier, and I had a huge attic and I just forgot about that. Anyway, face. Let's see, maybe more branches here out of this one. Move it a little bit like so. You really need to pay attention to the branches and their flow. Rotate your camera at least once every time, because you can miss a lot by not paying attention to this. It's not like hard to fix this problems, issues here, but just making sure it will be nice and flowing correctly. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna add here a little bit edge loops. I'm gonna take this one, narrow it down. Can maybe start moving this one a little bit down, like so, and just rotate that and extrude it again, and extrude it again. And of course, if you need, always check those connection points of the branches to see that they are not that thick, okay, because this could look a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, I'm just messing things up here. Maybe that one is the problem. It sure do look like that. Okay. I'll press F8, shift right click. I'm gonna insert one edge loop here. Just want to make it look more populated, that particular branch. Extrude it once more. Move it a little bit there. Okay. Don't be afraid of this, just add as much as you feel like. Extrude this one. Oh, I'm extruding two. Sorry. Let's extrude this one. Narrow it a little bit, bring it up and rotate this a little bit up. And then extrude it again, scale it. I think I expected it to brought up, and it's just doing whatever it wants, so I'm kidding. Anyway, trying my best here, and well, you see, this is how the branch comes out, and it looks fairly detailed, like it has a lot of geometry on it, all sort of sub branches. I'm gonna grab, well, I'm gonna try and select a view that will help me to select everything here. So Control Shift could help you a lot by doing this. Just covering, Mercury selecting everything that related to this branch, and if something else has been selected, Control to unselect. And now Shift right click, duplicate face, press F8 3 times to bring it back to object mode. You can see this is in green, this is in white, so Control unselect the white, which is the main one, then go over modify, so enter the pivot for this, switch to move tool and move it up. Now you need to test this, so the test is to try and rotate this. If the rotation will make this stretch like very hard, that means that you need to ungroup, and I already talked about this, but you will need to open the outliner, open this group that you will have, because this is a new scene, so it's easy to obtain this. But anyway, the easiest way is just to select whatever you want to ungroup and then search for whatever is highlighted, which in this case this is the p-cube group, and then expand it, middle mouse click on top of it, move it above the group, and left click. Okay, there. So it should be there, and then you can rotate this as much as you like, or you can just also grab the entire thing, edit, delete by type history at the same time. Now, the reason I was like focusing on one branch is so I can take this branch now and do whatever I feel like with it. So I can go on shading, wireframe unshaded, I will see the entire wireframes. Let me expand this and close this and close this so you will see better. Sometimes again I forget about those menus, and I know that just narrow your view on my viewport, so sorry. Anyway, see, now I can take this, like Control D, duplicate it, put this one aside, grab this one, grab those 4 vertices here, scale them, like squeezing them a little bit to fit that branch area. Well, or either you can scale the entire branch, I don't care, do whatever you feel like. I mean, you can scale it down and move it along here like so. Come to this main branch, shift right click, insert edge loop. Adding one edge loop will help here. Then right click, choose face. Let's delete that face. Press F8. Let's grab this one and that one. Mesh combine. Okay. And from here, it's just simply mesh tools, target weld, and do this stitching process you already know. And when you finished, well, when you finished, you will simply need to tweak this. So you either keep it as it is, but I find that I want to add one edge loop here, and I want to mess with it a little bit just to make the flow looks a little bit more natural. So bring it like so, could help. Bring this one there, could help. And this entire branch is just ridiculous, so sorry about that. Yeah. See, sorry, like so. I'm gonna grab these 4 here and move them towards there. And grab this, bring them here, and of course you can take other pieces out of this. So you can like go on, press F8, right click, choose faces. Let's say we want only this piece, okay? Like so. And I have those faces I didn't select, so this piece, shift right click, duplicate face, press F8 3 times, control unselect this, switch to move tool, modify center to pivot, and then grab this one, and well, same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna rotate this a little bit, move it towards there. I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna insert one edge loop here, about so. Right click, choose face, let's grab this face. I'm gonna extrude it and rotate this towards this one, so like so. Scale it down a little bit, extrude it a little bit more, bring it to this same position, maybe rotate this a little bit to match that same connection point, and then press F8, bring it back to object mode, grab both of them, mesh combine, and then same thing, mesh tools, target weld, let's weld these. Oh, I have a face that I need to get rid of it, and then go back to target weld, this one to that, no, do, this one to that one, and this one to that one. Of course, it has a little bit twist here, but you can add a few edge loops, move them a little bit like so, and that's okay to have those weird twist look. Okay, it's really okay as long as it's not too much. And I hope you understand this entire process. It's not really that hard, and I could have continued this a lot more, and I will, at least for my own tree right now, but the main thing is to get into this position where you get all those branches, and whenever it's done you can grab like all those faces here. Okay, so I'm gonna grab everything but these. Okay, see, and right now um, this is the crucial thing. After you finished with this, you still see that every branches are made of cubes. Okay, and this is how I want this to stay until I will finish with what I'm gonna do now. So what I'm gonna do now is just simply go and duplicate that entire uh, branches, and then press F8 3 times, modify, and well, no, first of all unselect this, modify, center the pivot, and then rotate this 180 degrees, bring it down here. Let's get rid of those four. I don't want to grow any branches out of it, so it was a good idea at first, but I see that I maintained very nice shape for that, so I don't need this. I can grab this one, press F8, sorry, bring it near here. Now you see it still has only four, well, it has only four vertices where it's open, so I kept this in purpose, and I will show you why exactly I'm saying it. But first of all, let me connect this mesh, combine, mesh tools, target weld. I'm gonna weld this here, I'm gonna weld this one here, and that one here, and that one here. Now the only problem here is the angle that those branches are going, and it's not like a big huge problem, but it is a problem in some way. And what I want to do and try and do here is to grab all well, each section, sorry, each section of branches like these, because these are like from this section. This is what I mean by section, which is these that belongs to this branch, and I want to bring them a little bit up like so. So basically these will peek out a little bit from the surface, from the ground, so you will have roots on top of the ground. And when you, well, I'm gonna bring those now. I'm trying to select only those, but you need to be very careful not selecting anything else. I'm gonna grab these. Okay, making sure I haven't selected anything here. I'm just control selecting whatever is going on there and trying to make sure that everything is correct, and that matters. So like so. So you see I'm bringing them up a little bit, and when you think this is enough up, I will bring those a little bit more and these a little bit more. So let's try to get rid of these. Maybe move those a little bit up. Okay. So same goes with these. Okay, but of course for you, you will have a mass, you know, of branches there. So it's problematic. Try to avoid mess with your branches. Just have enough roots and then continue with the upper part. Don't, I mean, like in first stages, just take what you have like this. If you have more branches here and here and here, and don't grow the tree up un until you duplicate faces those and mount them as the roots, because you don't need too much there. Anyway, with that, when you're done with that, basically, it's just my own suggestion. I don't, you don't need to take it, but what I will try to do here in this particular case is, because everything is so cubic, I will try to go on in this method on taking one edge, control right click, edge ring, utilities to edge ring, and split. So you see it splitted everything that way, but still, I'm gonna say this again, this is for the last step. Don't do it until you sure you're like the coverage of all the branches and everything is fine for you. Okay, and then with that, basically, I'm gonna start and pick, like, if I have this branch here, okay, and I want this to be a little bit more rounded, like smoothed correctly, I'm gonna take this area of the hedge, you see like this area of the branch, sorry, double click on this one, so everything in between those will be selected, and I'm gonna pull them out a little bit, okay, just so it won't be that cubic. And I'm gonna do this the same for this, and you can even go and choose this edge and cut it in the middle, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, grab this, double click on that one, which is the last one, and pull this a little bit out, okay, but always pick the same edges that belong to the branch. Don't just pull these, or you see exactly what I'm doing, right? So I have this here, I can choose this one, see where the roots of this branch, double click on that one, so nothing else beside those have been selected, and pull them out a little bit, or just tweak them so it will get rounded. At the end of it, you will have to work out with to work on all of them all of them, and when you press 3, it just be prettier that way. Okay, so you see this area is more rounded, there it's a little bit more cubic. It's not bad, okay, these are not bad, it's just your own well, it's my own taste on how it should look like. So you can either accept this or not, but at the end, it's still your own choice. So you can grab this one, like, see, I'm just repeating the same thing, and pull this out a little bit, or side. Okay, if you think you finished, the best thing to do is to go mash and smooth. Okay, but just take those advices and use them. So I'm finished with this one, and you can go file, save scene as. I'm gonna save it as tree 2 because I already have tree 1. Oh, I have 3, not tree 1, so let's do tree 1, save as. And you can go over edit, copy now this, okay, whatever you finished, go over file, open scene 19, open your file, and move to edit, past. This will pass your tree into this scene. Okay, this is the easiest way to import stuff. Now you see I tried to pick this up, and this is what happened. Whenever you paste something that way, the first thing after you pasted it and you see that it's green, click on the background and then go and pick it, and then everything will be good. This is how it works and for years. So you always need to release your selection and then grab it. And now this is just the same process. Put it on a location that you find it fits, and just as we did with the tree there, those two trees, you're gonna create a plane with different sort of kind of leaf and start to attach them into your branches. Okay. Uh, by the way, just one more tip here. I'm trying to adjust in some way the tree to, well, tree, come on, to have those, um, you know, uh, roots picking out. So you can go over, grab this, okay, the island, and you can tick here on that. That will show you this in wireframes. Now, that means that from now on, you can't really pick the island, see? That way you can't pick the island, you can only pick the tree. So that way you can grab these and maybe just a little bit give them, insert them inside, but always make sure you check yourself here. Okay, so they will be sort of, some of them inside a little bit more. You can see this root is just a little bit different. I'm gonna click here again. This root, I don't need these vertices, sorry. Switch to selection tool, and I'm gonna choose only this root branches here. See, that way I'm gonna bring back my island and I will try and match this just to a position where it's a little bit inside the ground and peeking a little bit. Okay, this is tuning and this is tweaking and whatever you want to call this. Just make sure you're doing it. You see, I forgot that one, and it was like that from the beginning, so I need to pick only that. You can either work with that or apply the X-ray, by the way, but they are the same at for most, so doesn't matter. Shading, X-ray, whatever fits you. And of course you can make some of them like picking out from here like as they are, and then go into the ground and then picking out from the tails. So just find your way, okay? But at the end of it, I think that it looks fine, it looks good, and we can go and create the leaf just as we did with these. Create the plane, attach the PNG or target file that you created, and start and populate the tree with your leaves. Okay, so thank you for watching this part, and I know that it was a little bit longer than other parts, but what can I say? If I wouldn't you know, do that tree branches, it will look like I didn't really pay much attention on creating you a tutorial part. So this is how it goes. And again, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, whatever. Help me here. Okay. Thank you guys, and have a good day. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, don't forget to save this file. Save scene as. I'm gonna save this as 20 for me, and I think we are managed to yeah, align this. Okay. Have a good day, guys. Bye.